Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Max, and today we're coming in with a video about the item dupe glitch in Fortnite. But before we get into any of that, I'd just like to say we're having a giveaway right now on this very channel. For every like that we get on this video, we will give away 1 V-Buck. So for example, we get 10,000 likes, we'll be giving away 10,000 V-Bucks. If you'd like to enter in that, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. But without further ado, let's just jump right on into the video. So an item dupe glitch on Fortnite. Now I actually haven't heard about this in a very long time. It's been a while since I've heard about a dupe in Fortnite, but just recently I was browsing through my timeline and I saw this video from Dakotas. Now if you guys don't know who Dakotas is, he is a Fortnite player, streamer, and YouTuber for TSM, and he uploaded this video of him using a chug jug and actually duping it and getting a second one. If you guys don't know the clip I'm talking about or you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show it up on the screen here.
Ooh. Give me. I landed in tilted. We have 16 kills. There's 17 people left. We need to push, guys, at this point. I don't care if we win a game with 20 kills. I want to win a game with like 30 kills, man. I want to go crazy. Let's freaking push. Oh my, wait, what?
So at first glance, it doesn't really look like much happened, but if we run the clip from top to bottom, he gets an airdrop, he opens the crate, he picks up the chug jugs, and then he builds around himself, to keep himself safe, to make sure he can use the chug jug. He proceeds to use it, 15 seconds goes by, and another chug jug appears in his inventory. Now, one thing we can definitely look at here is the items Dakotas has when this happened, because that might affect how the dupe works. In this case, he had a scar, he had a pump, he had a tac shotgun, he had a chug jug in his 4th slot, okay, remember, 4th slot, and he had a bolt action for his last item. Now, in every instance I've seen this happen, it seems like the item's in the 4th slot. Now, I don't know if that's a coincidence or if that actually matters, but that's definitely one thing we want to take into consideration. It also could be where you are on the map at the time of doing this. In Dakota's case, he's at Shifty Shafts, so maybe you have to be at Shifty Shafts every time you want to do this. Maybe it varies from game to game. I'm not sure if there's a way to tell, but that could definitely be one of the possibilities. So another popular theory is that it could have had something to do with the airdrop, because that is of course where the chug jug came from. So it could be anything like where the crate lands on the map, and in this case again it is Shifty Shafts, but who knows, it could change from game to game. It could matter when you open the crate. In this case, it's actually later into the game. Dakotas is about 15 people left or something like that. That could have something to do with it. It could also matter when you use the item from the crate. Again, this case, 15 people left. That's when he uses the item. I don't know if there'd be a way to tell when you would have to do this. I don't know how you would know, but there'd probably be a way to figure it out. Now, in my experience, I had a friend tell me this had happened to him, and basically what he said had happened was he was drinking a shield potion, and when he was finished using it, he swapped the item out for bandages on the ground. Right when the timer on the shield pot is about to run out from drinking it, he picks up the bandages, and essentially what happens is he gets the shield from the shield pot, but the shield pot also goes out onto the ground when he switches the items. So he basically got another free shield pot. And he told me about this, and at first I didn't really believe him because, on the surface of things, it's a dupe glitch, right? You think something like this would have already been figured out, or at least by someone else, right? This person in particular doesn't play the game very much, so I assume someone who plays the game a lot would have found that out earlier. And also, a glitch this big I thought would have been patched by Epic for sure, like way early on into the game, and any hint of it coming back, they'd just be right on top of that, because a dupe glitch is super game breaking. I mean, that would just be insane in the game, and I was just really skeptical at first, right? So this exact situation, how he thinks it's done is by swapping the items out. So I figure why not try? Whenever I'm gonna use a shield pot in this case, because that's the easiest to figure out, I thought, well, I'll use a shield potion or minis or use whatever kind of consumable, and then I'll swap it out at the very end and see if that actually dupes the item for me. And I tried this out for a pretty long while because I definitely wanted to see if it would happen. and it actually did happen one time for me. And I was trying this a lot, so I was really surprised when it actually worked. And when it happened, I believe I was doing it with a shield potion, but I was just in disbelief, and I didn't know what I did in this particular case to make it work. I wasn't really paying attention. You know, it was just something I kept trying. Just whenever I would play, I would just try this thing, because why not? If it actually did work, then it'd be, you know, amazing. So it works, and I wasn't really paying attention to exactly how I did it, but what I was looking for is the timer for when the like whatever consumable I'm using is about to run out. I will look for the timer and see how much time is left. So let's say there's just a second left on the timer. As you're finishing up that shield potion and you switch out the item, I would try varying times. So maybe I try switching out the item with 0.8 seconds left on the item. So then it still uses the consumable, but then it pops out of me as well, you know, it goes onto the ground and I get my other item. And I tried that for a while. I tried using different times, you know, 0.9 seconds, 1 second, and I tried a bunch of different times like that because I wasn't exactly sure what was affecting it, and I thought that was like definitely a plausible thing, but I couldn't figure it out. I tried it so many more times because, you know, I got that little glimpse of hope. I thought, wow, this is actually possible. I did it, and I'm sure I can do it again. All I have to do is keep trying and just pay very close attention to what I'm actually doing. So some more time goes by, and I've been trying it, and it's been a long time since this has happened, and nothing's happening anymore. It hasn't happened to me again. My friends haven't talked about it. And one time I was playing squads with one other person, and I opened up an airdrop and I used a shield potion, you know, similar to what Dakota's did. I used the shield pot. I swapped out the items because at this point it's kind of become habit to like keep trying this, and it worked. And at first I didn't really see it happen, but my friend pointed out to me like, yo, you just like, what happened there? Did you get another shield potion? Like, what happened? I was like, oh yeah, like what? I got another shield pot. What just happened here? And I thought, okay, well, I just did it again. But this wasn't consistently happening. I couldn't figure out how to get this to keep happening. It wasn't making any sense. But the fact that I had it happen to me a couple times means there's definitely a way to do it. It's inside the game. It happens. It can happen for sure. It's just how to replicate it is the issue. Now, I was looking into this more. I was trying to figure out what was happening, and I've actually come across the real way of how this happens. So, whenever an airdrop drops, it has a chance to give 2 of the same item sometimes, or, you know, double the amount of the items it's supposed to give. So in this case here, I'll bring a picture up on the screen. For Dakota's, it gave them 2 chug jugs. Now, you know, people who are just playing the game aren't gonna look at, you know, this kind of stuff out of airdrops, of course, but they give you 2 of the same items, or like I said, double sometimes, but it will stack in your inventory. So in this case, you know, you're not allowed to have 2 chug jugs in your inventory, but in this case it let him. So when he was done using the first chug jug, it actually appeared that, you know, he had duped the item, he, you know, glitched it or something, when in reality he had 2 items there, and it's just that the other one was still there. It appeared after he was done using the first one. So no one really knows why this happens. You know, we know that it has something to do with the airdrop drops though, and it could be anything from chug jugs to shield potions to, you know, golden weapons, anything. And any of the theories people are coming up with, it might not even matter. It could be completely random on how this happens, but there are a few things you can try if you want to try to do this for yourself. One thing I have noticed is that in every situation this has happened, the airdrop has just fallen to the ground. And what I mean by this is, don't shoot the airdrop to the ground. This is one thing that I've noticed every time it happens. Do not shoot the airdrop to the ground, because, you know, you want to keep everything consistent here in replicating this. So let it just fall to the ground. That might have something to do with it. You want to also pay attention to the amount of items it's giving you. So you can hover over the items that fall onto the ground and see if it actually gave you double, or, you know, an unfair amount of an item. You can see if it does before you even pick it up. Definitely pay attention every time you open up an airdrop, because you never know when it'll dupe the item. even if the item's not any good, you know, bandages, whatever, just check to make sure the item isn't duped. And we don't know much about how this is done, but try to replicate everything you can, everything you've seen from the video, just to have the best chance of this happening for you. And yeah, that's really how it's done, I guess. That's the best way we know how. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this topic. Just a reminder here at the end of the video that we are having a giveaway. You know, for every like that we get on this video, we'll be giving away that amount of V-Bucks as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, so don't forget to enter into that. So that is all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to like the video and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.